Hi, this is Debbie with D.Ann's Designs, and I am here on a different, totally different view for me. This is called Grunge. When I did my 300 subby giveaway, I've taken into consideration everyone that left me comments on what they wanted to see me tackle. And Shibohn with Pearl and Button asked me to do grunge. And I have to say, I have never been so happy to complete a project before, as this was not, I was very intimidated with this project. So I'm going to try and go over it with you and let you see. What I did was, it was a journal, and or it is a journal, however you want to pronounce that. And this is kind of what it's going to look like. This is the front of the journal. This is the back of the journal. I've used corrugated cardboard on the journal's cover, and you know, tried to highlight here and there on it. This is what I came up with. This is like a little scroll here, so I'm just going to set that aside. Major thing was this thing right here. Um, and then I'm going to have a little puppy friend of mine who is going to beg me in and out through here for his treats. So once in a while, I'll have to reach around the camera and give Sullivan his treats. There you go. Go lay down, buddy. Okay, so I'm back to you. This is what it looks like. I'm going to undo it now, and this is just a closure. I put on a material closure because it, kind of wanted to pop up there, and I thought it'd be nice if it just laid down. And again, nothing in this whole thing did just what I thought it should do. But I guess that's what makes it grunge. So this is going to be the front of the cover here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll hold it to you the best I can. And this is like a little rollout I did. It's a paper bag, and then I just put some incidentals throughout it, but I've attached it to the second cardboard layer. There's two. There's one here, and then there's one in the background. And this is coffee dyed paper lace trim. Just left it down here on the bottom too, and turning it back around. And this is going to be a tag that I've made. This is also going to hold a little trim on here and a little eyelash trim. And this is going to be a little, she's really small. And it's going to be on the front of the tag. This tag is Victoria's Designs, and she has an Etsy shop. And you can obtain some of these at. It's a really cute little tag. I didn't have to do anything to it except cut it out and decorate it. So it's kind of nice. And then this is another tag that I've created here, and put this image on it. Punched out some little cardboard florals, zigzagged around it a little bit. Had a little paper trim I threw in there for good luck. Oh, I think this is background is going to be, I also had some pages from a book put into there. I don't know if you can really see that, but it comes through this image real lightly, which I did like about it. And kind of thought, man, it looks a little grungy. And then we gessoed a little bit, and we did a little Tim Holtz, um, yeah, where you brush it in, and you'll end up with the design stencil. Thank you. Then this is the back of the tag. A little bit more on the, just very little bit more on my book page. Yeah. And then you have plenty of writing room on that one there. And this is what the back of the corrugated cardboard looks like. It's just a small amount of paper right there from the book. I'm going to put this down. When you open it, I attached a small charm off of an old bracelet I had found one day through rummaging through a junk store, and thought it would look kind of cute on there. So you open it up, and then we're going to have, this is from Crafting on a Budget. In her shop, she sells some glassine bags, and I coffee dyed and put a little stain here and there on a little lace trim that I had, and a little more pictures in through here. This is out of my porch prints, and cut out a little tag there. This bag is just going to hold some little incidentals that I put in, that I put into, just to give you some extras. And then you open this up, and this is going to be, this is actually paper from Junie Desiree, and she has a little Etsy store too. She had some piano paper in there, and yeah, it was kind of nice. So I thought I would use it in there. Little pink lace. Pink lace. I'm not sure where I got that from. If that was accepted on a budget store or if I just had it in my stash. But anyway, I pulled it up and used it there. Closing that off, and you'll go into this page. This is all coffee dyed papers that I'm going to use in here. I've kind of circled them around on here. I didn't leave them square. I just went for a whole different effect on the book and decided to do adjust this a little bit since I hold a little high. And anyway, I've used it's kind of a stickerish type. It's a sticker actually, and put it on here and adjusted it to fit color-wise onto the page. We did a little sprinkle here or there of colors. We've got a little stamp. Now the stamps, the majority of the stamp is going to be coming out of my rusty nail. I got this a while back, and it's called Grunge Clear Stamps Collection. It's by Studio Light, and I had never used them before, so I had actually won something in December, and part of that was to go into their store and order something. So I ordered this, and I thought, well, I guess I'll use it now and see how that comes out. So yeah, now a lot of the stamping is out of that collection right there. Excuse me. And then, and I will have some allergies. I'm telling you, this has just not been pleasant for me. Anyway, on to the next page. I have some more of the stickers and then coloring on the page. Little stamping. And we got some paper doily that's been coffee dyed, a little more coloring put on, gessoed, a little metallic luster. I don't know if you're familiar with metallic luster. I've had it for 122 years. And this is Copper Kettle is what I used on this. Is by Deco Art. It's in wax metallic finish, which you usually use on your metals. But I find that I can also, use it on paper just as well. So that's what I've done. On some of this other that you'll see that these little spots and things. This is going to be a Tim Holtz Distress spray stain. It's called Evergreen Bow is one of them that I'm going to use. And the other one is going to be Rusty Hinge, which, pretty familiar for a lot of you. Anyway, there's that. And then this is just a little collage thing I put together here. And turn the page. We have another My Porch Prints over here. Stamping gesso off of coffee dyed paper. And then we have a little eyelash trim here, a little sticker on there too. This is some paper I had here. It's kind of shiny, and cut it out into more of a tag situation, I guess, and put it on this page. It's also another coffee dyed page. This is a stamp that I own, and I cannot tell you where I got the stamp from because I've owned it for too long and don't remember. So you turn the page. We're going to have a little material that I had in my material collections, and I did a zigzag down in here to gather it up. A little piece of paper bag down here, and again, some coloring. And this is a tag I created. You can write on the back of it. This is an image from Pinterest. This is just being copy dyed, and then a lot of stamping, as you can see, metallic luster. This is a little pearl drop I had I painted the pearl drop and then put it on there. This is from Crafting on a Budget store. It's just a small little metal piece and that I've attached on here. And these are just leftovers from corner punches that I've done. I saved about everything and just stuck them into the corners and created this little tag here, tag image that goes onto this page. This is from My Porch Prints also. And a lot of distressing, a lot of coloring. We did a lot of coloring on this. It was amazing. And so then I came back in. I did a lot of coffee dye and distress ink. Here's another stamp I have that I use for lines. This is Tim Holtz over here. This is a tea bag, and then I've stitched them all together and put them onto this one page. And then We got another little Tim Holtz characters here with a little tea bag into here. Again, coffee dyed, stamped, a little punch going through here, punch to the other side, and then you'll see some more little stickers, and then stamps and just so stuff I've done through the rest of it here. This is an old stamp I picked up at the thrift store. Another stamp, and this is my porch prints here. And then we have a little bag. That's what this is, a little bag. And then we have Tim Holtz's. I can't remember the name of this box now, but it's got family. It's like a family heirloom pictures. I think it might be what it's called. And on the back of it looks like a large playing card, which I thought were kind of nice looking. I enjoyed them. I thought, oh, they might go in for grunge. And then this is another page here that I've decorated material, a punch out, and paper from a book, a little heart punch out material. And this is a bag here. This is also, you can see where I've, center of the book. And then I've got this stamped on masking tape. It's precious. Paper doily, a little material I had. This is another one of the family heirloom pictures, the Tim Holtz collection, another card. And put that back in there if I can. And then we will have another sticker type paper here, and place into the binding area. We have my porch prints, another colored page. Lots of writing actually would be left in this book right in here, I believe. And then we have a little lace trim in here. We have some more pink lace over here and stamping. This is Prima paper, just a strip I had, and put it on there, a little gessoing on it. A little lace trim off of here. And then we have this guy's right in here. The same type of it. Now this one here. This is from Instant Oatmeal. Made it into a pocket. Pocket's going to hold a bag, which is going to be Tim Holtz. It's got a little guy on there, and this is a tea bag. I've rounded up and sewn together into a floral. Let him sit on top of that. Gesso, stamped. And this bag is going to hold a card. Let's see if I can get it out of there. He's really just kind of a tag like this. It's a piece of chipboard. I just put him onto that. His little dog. And you can write on the back of here. I just left that alone. As you can see, I was nearing closer and closer to the end of this book, thinking, we really need to get this finished. This one really, I had to really stop and think about what would be grunge looking and what was not. This is another one of the Tim Holtz little characters here. And so now I've got, oh, what did I do with him? Yeah, there he is. So now I've got 3 little guys. 1, 2, 3 on one page over here. Then I am going to turn, and we will have doily printed on the coffee dyed paper, and then we have the doily. And we also have an area here that you can open up. Oh, I have it on tip of my tongue. Who had these? And anyway, oh, Victoria Designs. And yeah, so then you just open it up, and you have plenty of writing room onto that. And then you have another coffee dyed paper over here. And then this is the back of the book, which I added an arch of corrugated cardboard. I went ahead and typed out Grunge Challenge and The End, and I had some clear, oh, I'll think of it after a while, to put on over this so I could kind of keep it good. And then we have some lace over into here. Well, it's not really. It's kind of like a crocheted type of lace. This is extra material I had along with some old doily type of stuff, that crochet work. Put that into there, and then we have a picture here that she could, or anybody could use. And I've gone ahead and did some water stains onto my picture so we could age it just a little bit, and hope you can see that. Or yeah, so that it just aged it out a little bit better, I thought, and made it a little bit more what I would consider a grungy type of thing. This is the back where it sets. It's another lace doily area that's been coffee dyed, paper lace. And then I have Jess of it on there also. I'll pop her back in there. Again, the back of the book. And I tell you, if this one wasn't something, it I got it. I've got it completed anyway. But I'm just honestly, and not. I don't know if it's because I don't have enough of the of what I would consider enough of materials to work a grunge, or because I really am more of a shabby chic person, or a vintage shabby, but grunge has just never entered my capacity of crafting. So yeah, I have to say it was really something else. This little scroll thing is something else too. Witchcraft do you do was doing scrolls, and I thought, well, I could maybe grunge one up to go along with this. So it's book paper that I've attached. See which way it goes, and I've just added items to it. But you can cut these out and use them as you need. But on the back, I have just left it with scripts from the book. For this one, he came in with like hardly any script on it. And that's okay. I used it anyway. And put it back in here. I had to rework this thing too, because the first book I grabbed out of, now these are just books I picked up in Dollar Tree one day when I was in there a while back. And let me tell you, you better read some of that stuff you're picking up, because it ends up, I had to rework everything because some of the words were not meant to be, just loosely put out there like it was. So, yeah. There was a lot of coffee dyeing, a lot of spray ink, a lot of just different colors of paint even that I used to create this thing. And yeah, it's grunge. So there it is, Pearl. I hope that you like what I've done, or attempted to do anyway. Like I say, it is really not my thing to do, but I wasn't going to turn down a challenge either, because to me, that is what crafting is about. Once in a while, we do need to challenge ourselves, and this was definitely my challenge. It was a hard thing for me to do, and it took me a while. So I kept getting closer and closer to the end, thinking we just really got to get there fast. But yes, here you are, sweetie. Thank you so much for challenging me. I probably needed it more than I even know, but I do appreciate you, just coming in and answering my question on what you would want me to do. So here it is. Some of the girls, I talked to you last night about it, and yeah, this is it. This is what it's going to look like. It got a mess everywhere I turn on the stuff, but anyway, there you go, ladies. And hopefully you guys challenge yourself once in a while on something completely different than what you would ever do any other time. And I'm not saying there was zero fun times. There was some fun times with it. I really challenged myself into thinking, oh, and that's the other thing I did, is like I put a tin together with it too. It's like, a tin would be kind of fun. And a tin it's just kind of fun, but in the tin, I just put some of my incidentals that, you could use yourself into creating this, kind of just a few things. So anyway, there we go. Here it is, ladies. I appreciate you all watching, and thank you for stopping by. And I will be back probably with a little bit shabbier things to do. But have a great day, and keep yourself safe. Bye now.